Hi everybody, Pamela Leverins, the Brick Wall Coach, and I wanted to come in today and talk about some tips for you being able to run your day instead of your business running your day. And I am here out on my deck because we've pretty much packed up the house. I am in the path of Hurricane Florence that is bearing down on us. So we are in the evacuation zone and we are getting ready to leave. But of course, I didn't want to miss. This was the last thing on my calendar for today. And I didn't want to miss being able to come in and go live and give you some really valuable tips about this. And these are some things that, excuse me, these are some things that I have been practicing, and these are some of the techniques and the tips that I share with people that are in my business building club. So I wanted to pop in here and talk about those with you today. And I think before I've probably talked about my morning routine with you, just letting you know how I run each of my mornings. And I start with meditation and I do exercise. And the weather has been so lovely. My exercise has been walking for 2 miles every day, which has been wonderful, delightful. Love it. And then, a healthy, well-balanced breakfast. And I'm not a big breakfast person, so I make sure that I do have something. That's a conscious effort on my part to make sure that I'm doing that for myself. And then I sit down with my journal and my planner for the day and look at everything. So part of that, having a routine, is super helpful because your routine becomes habit. And you're going to wake up, and whatever your routine is that you choose to do, it's going to be that really positive habit that you get into, and you're not even going to have to think about it. It's like brushing your teeth every morning. So part of that, allowing yourself to run your day is making sure you start out with a very good routine, a positive routine, something that works for you. And sometimes that takes a while to really pinpoint the things that you need in the morning that sets you up for success throughout the day. So that's tip number one, getting a positive routine in place. Then tip number two is writing down 3 things each day that you're grateful for. And when I first thought about some of these other tips that I'm giving you, I'm like, oh, more things to do throughout the day. It's really not. It became part of my morning routine, and it literally takes me under 5 minutes to get these things done. So writing 3 things down each day that you're grateful for in your life. It's having that gratitude and setting you up for success. You want to, not give it a lot of thought, whatever kind of comes to your mind that you're grateful for. And it doesn't even have to be related to your business. It can just be related to you or your life in general. So that's tip number 2. Just taking 15 seconds to write down 3 things that you're grateful for. I always forget this part. I forgot to say that if you're catching the replay, if you could just put that in the comments, because I am going to come back in case you have any questions or comments, and then I'll know that you saw the replay on this. All right, so tip number 3 is contacting and connecting with somebody. And that's a really important thing, especially for solopreneurs and people that may work from their home and not have contact with other people. That connection is really important. So I usually pick a person every day that I'm going to connect with in some way. And if it, it may not be a coffee chat with somebody, but maybe it's my accountability partner that I'm checking in with. Maybe it's just somebody that I have been talking to that I haven't talked to in a while. I just reach out to somebody every day, let them know that I am here. And oftentimes it's not even a chat on the phone or the computer. It's just a message that I send, but I'm making that connection. So tip number 3 really is connecting with somebody each and every day. And I'm up to tip number 4. Okay. So tip number 4 is the daily power words. And I love this one. I'm finding the words to the daily power words are powerful. I mean, they really are. They're so important to see yourself just in that positive, motivational way. And by writing those down, it really defines the attitude that you're going to have for the day. It's amazing. And I pick 3 different power words each day. And then it kind of lines up with what I'm doing throughout the day. I think back, ooh, that's one of my power words. That's awesome. So that's really tip number 4 is choosing 3 daily power words. It's powerful one. And then tip number 5 is daily reflection. Take some time, either in the morning first thing to look back on what happened yesterday or later in the day towards the end of your work day and just take time to reflect. Reflect on what you have accomplished and make sure that you are giving yourself a thank you, a pat on the back. One of my biggest things is a success jar. And I write down different successes that I have during the day. And it could be, hey, you finished the PowerPoint presentation you were working on, or I got to connect with my person today, or, I cleaned out my entire email inbox. Whatever it is, make sure that those are all the tiny steps that lead up to the bigger goals. So it's really important that you have that reflection time and that you're giving yourself the credit for every single step that you do each day. So those are my 5 tips that will have you running your day instead of your day running you, instead of your business defining who you are. You define who you are and then lay the groundwork from there. So hopefully these 5 tips have been helpful. I did in the intro there put my link to my website, so you can come over to thebrickwallcoach.com. I have a lot of free resources on there. And I am also putting the link to my actual Facebook group that I have here, because my Facebook group is really for entrepreneurs anywhere on their journey to success. So you can be a brand new business owner. Maybe it's still in the idea phase, or you could be a business owner that's been in business for 10 years. It doesn't really matter how long you've been in business, whether you're new or someone who's been around for a while. We all need support. We all need to learn new things, and it's really nice to connect with people. So in my Facebook group, we do a lot of connecting every day. We do a lot of networking. I encourage that. And I also have weekly guest experts, and they come in every week and teach us something new on a different topic. So I will put that in the intro as well. So if you're interested, you can check that out. All right, I am going to sign off, short and sweet today, but thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon.